Hello everyone, my name is Lalit Soni and you are watching News on Map India by Drishti IAS. In this episode, we'll be talking about certain MCQs, and these MCQs are related with certain locations which has been in the news in the past week, and these locations can be important for our examinations. So let's start with the practice question which was given to you in the previous lecture. So let's see. So the question was related to Shiro, Himalayan Shiro. Okay, so question is, consider the following statement regarding Shiro. Himalayan Shiro are known to be found in eastern, central and the western Himalayas but not in the Trans Himalayas. Second statement is, Himalayan Shiro is under the threatened category of IUCN Red List. Third is, recently photographic evidence of mainland Shiro was captured in western Assam's Raimona National Park. Which of the following statement given above are correct? Okay, so here you have to choose the correct statements. Now let's talk about Himalayan Shiro first. Okay, so here in this picture you can see this is Himalayan Shiro over here. Okay, when we are talking about these Himalayan Shiros, these are mostly found in the Himalayan, you can say, highlands. Okay, but very rarely they are found in the mainland, or you can say the lower areas or the lower latitudes. Okay, but this time in Assam it was seen. Here you can see antelope like mammal from Bhutan recorded at the lowest elevation in Assam. Okay, rarely they have been located in these particular areas, but recently it was seen in Assam. Okay, and this is a vulnerable mainland Shiro. Okay, so the IUCN status is vulnerable. It was hitherto found in inhabiting areas altitude between 200 to 3000 meters above the mean sea level. This is the, you can say, altitudes they are found in. The Himalayan Shiro are also known as the Thar. Okay, THAR, Thar is a subspecies of the mainland Shiro native to Himalayas. It was previously considered its own species as Capricornis Thar. It is the official state animal of the state of Mizoram. Okay, so from this discussion, what is important is that we also call this particular species as Thar. Okay, so that is one thing. Second thing is, it is generally found at the higher altitudes, but recently it was found in Assam as well. Okay, other than that, here you can say it is a state animal of state of Mizoram in India. Okay, so that is there. We have discussed the IUCN status, that is vulnerable. Okay, now moving further, here if we are talking about the habitat of this particular species, here you can see it is found in these areas. Okay, somewhere around like this. And okay, so you know that these are the areas of Himalayas. Okay, and even in the Purvanchal Himalayas. But the thing is, when we are talking about these Himalayas, they are found at the altitude and not in the lower parts. Okay, and second thing is, they are not found after the Trans Himalayas. When we are talking about the Himalayas, there are various different classification which is there. Okay, when we are talking about the Karakoram range over here, okay, and above the Pir Panjal, if we see Zangsar ring is etc., which are there. Okay, so over here they are not found. In the Trans Himalayas they are not found, and then they are found in the western, eastern and the middle Himalayas. Okay, so that is there. Recently in the news they were found in the Raimona National Park. Okay, that is basically in Assam. There is this location here, that is Raimona National Park. Okay, so there they are found. They were seen recently. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Now coming to the answer part, here you will see Himalayan Shiro are known to be found in the eastern, central and the western Himalayas but not in the Trans Himalayas. This is correct. Himalayan Shiro is under the threatened category of IUCN. It is under vulnerable, so that is incorrect. Recently photographic evidence of the mainland Shiro was captured in the western Assam's Raimona National Park, so this is correct. Okay, so you can say that 1 and 3 is your right answer. Option C would be correct over here. Okay, now coming to the question number 1 of this episode, which is about Gharials. Consider the following statement about Gharials. They are critically endangered species according to IUCN status. Okay, second is, the Ganges river and its tributaries are their primary habitat in India. Third is, Gharial exhibit a prominent bony hump on their snout called Ghada. Okay, with the name that is Ghada, they have derived their name, that is Gharials. Okay, now coming to the statements one by one. When we are talking about their IUCN status, obviously they are critically endangered. Okay, now talking about the second statement, that is Ganges river or the Ganga river and its tributaries are their primary habitat in India. As of now, in the present, if we are talking about, yes, this statement is correct. Okay, in the past they were also found in the Brahmaputra river. Okay, but due to certain reasons they got extinct for that particular area. But recently they are in news because recently a female Gharial has been found in the Brahmaputra river side. for like 2-3 years now. So there is hope that we can go for the reintroduction of Gharials in the Brahmaputra as well. Okay, that is why it was in news and we have taken this question. Now coming to the third statement, Gharial exhibit a prominent bony bump on the you can say their snout. We will be talking about that. So this is also correct. Now coming to the Gharial here. So here you can see this is a female Gharial and there is a snout on the you can say there is a bump on the snout of these Gharials. Okay, so that is why because of these ghadas they are called as Gharials. Okay, that is there. Brahmaputra's lone female Gharials long wait for mate could end soon because government has taken the cognizance and they are trying to reintroduce the population of Gharials in the Brahmaputra area. So they might reintroduce a male in this particular region. Okay, so that is there. A lone female has been spotted for more than 3 years in a stretch of river within the Kaziranga National Park and Tiger Reserve. So now this particular area of Kaziranga National Park, that is also now important for us. So please keep a tap on that. Now moving to the next part over here where these Gharials are found. So as we have discussed that they are found in the Ganga river system over here. So you can see this is the area where these Gharials are found. Okay, they used to be found in the Brahmaputra region as well, but now they are not over there. Recently one of the female Gharial was actually witnessed over here. Okay, now when we are talking about the conservation status, that is basically critically endangered in the IUCN list. So that is about it. We have talked about almost everything that was given in the statements. One, it is critically endangered. This is correct. Second is it is found in the Ganga river system and its tributary. So that is also correct. Gharial exhibit a prominent bony bump. We have talked about this bump over here. This is the bump they are talking about on the snout, and this is called as Ghada, and that is why they are called as Gharials. Okay, so all the statements are correct. You can say option D is your correct answer over here. Okay, moving further to the question number 2. With reference to the Puri Jagannath temple, consider the following statement. This temple is known as the Black Pagoda. It is a splendid example of the Kalinga architecture. Third is, it is located in the state of West Bengal. Which of the following or the given statements are correct over here? Okay, so talking about Jagannath Puri, this is one of the Char Dham. When we are talking about the Hindu pilgrims, here you can see this is the temple which we are talking about, that is in the Puri district of Odisha. Okay, so here you can see this is Jagannath temple in the Puri district, that is in Odisha, and it is not in West Bengal. So that statement becomes wrong. Now coming to the other when we are talking about, there are 4 or the Char Dham. So basically one is Jagannath, second is here Badrinath temple which is there in Uttarakhand, third here you can see there is Dwarka, that is in Gujarat, and fourth over here you have Rameshwaram, that is in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so please remember that and their states as well. Now moving further to the second part, which is related to the whether it is an example of Kalinga architecture or not. So yes, this is a prominent example of the Kalinga architecture. No doubt Kalinga architecture has certain resemblance with the Nagar style as well, and they have taken various characteristics from other architecture styles as well. But when we are talking of the Kalinga architecture style, here you can see that there is this Rekha Deval. When we are talking about the Shikhar etc., so here we call that as Rekha Deval. Okay, and then second is here Pida Jagmohan. When we talk about the Jagmohan part of here, this is the part where you can say prayers are performed. There are people who can assemble over here, and in the earlier times also there were these particular dance and the Sankirtan which was performed over here. So but basically that is the area where these performances are done. Okay, so that is called Jagmohan. In you can say Nagar style, they are similar to Mandap. Okay, so that is there. Other than that, we have this Ghanta, we have Pidha, and then here you can say this is when we are talking about the platform. Earlier we used to have in the Nagar style we have Jagati. Okay, and wherein here we have Pista. This is the platform on which this temple is raised. Okay, other than that there is Amala which is there, Amalak, Kalash. These are the parts which were there in the Nagar style as well. Okay, so I hope this is enough for our discussion. You can go through it. Okay, now coming to the part where when we are talking about this particular temple. This temple, or you can say it was established by Ganga dynasty. There was this Ganga dynasty in this particular region, and there was this person named Anantvarman. Okay, so he was the person, he was the king who has actually gone for the, you can say, this 12th century temple. Okay, now moving further, again question is there that this temple is known as Black Pagoda. Okay, so when we are talking about this particular statement about the Puri temple, this is known, Puri Jagannath temple is known as the White Pagoda. The pagoda term is basically used in, you can say, this particular region for temples. Okay, when we are talking about Puri Jagannath, that is basically white pagoda. When we talk about this black pagoda, that is basically your Konark temple. You must have heard about this Konark temple. Okay, so this statement is incorrect because it is not black pagoda, it is white pagoda. Now coming to the second one, it is a splendid example of the Kalinga architecture. Now this is correct. Now third statement, it is located in the state of West Bengal. Now this is incorrect because we have seen that that is located in the state of Odisha. Okay, so they have asked you to give the correct statements over here. So we can say that only 2 is correct. Option A would be your right answer over here. Okay, now let's move to the next question, question number 3. Pangolakha Wildlife Sanctuary, which was recently in news, located in Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Assam. So when we are talking about this Pangolakha Wildlife Sanctuary, it was in news because a tiger from this particular sanctuary has moved to Bhutan. Okay, so it says that from this particular you can say wildlife sanctuary, there is a natural tiger corridor which is connecting this particular area to Bhutan. Okay, now when we are talking about the Pangolakha Wildlife Sanctuary, it is situated in Sikkim. Option A is your correct answer over here. Now let's see the map and then we will come back to the question again. Okay, so this is Sikkim and this is the, you can say over here, this is the map of Sikkim, and here somewhere over here we have this Pangolakha Wildlife Sanctuary. Now you know that if it is somewhere over here, we know that this side we have Bhutan. Okay, other than that also there are certain prominent you can say wildlife sanctuaries and protected areas which are given over here. So please keep a tap on that. You can just take a screenshot or you can say read about it. Now when we are talking about the location of the Pangolakha, it is somewhere over here. Okay, and it is in the vicinity of the Bhutan, or you can say it is a tri-junction or in the vicinity of the tri-junction between India and Bhutan. But the thing is, there was this tiger who has actually started his journey from this particular area and reached Bhutan. So basically we can say that there is an international tiger corridor which is existential in this particular region, or we can say that there is a natural tiger you can say corridor which is there. Okay, so that is about Pangolakha Wildlife Sanctuary and why it was in news. So option A is your right answer, that is Sikkim. Okay, now moving further, question number 4. Which Indian state was affected by the Beki river changing its course? West Bengal, Bihar, Assam and Meghalaya. Now recently when we are talking about this Beki river, it was in news because of the floods. Okay, and these floods were related actually because of the man-made reasons. Okay, and second thing is, when we are talking about the Beki river is also, you can say, known for the change in its course. Okay, so recently in Assam there were various floods and one of them was related to this Beki river. Option C is your right answer over here. On the map, if we see here, you can see this river over here, this small river over here, that is basically Beki river. It will be visible in this particular map. See, so from somewhere over here we have this river which is coming to this part, and then here you can see it is merging with this river, that is basically your Manas river. Okay, it is merging with the Manas river and then further in the Brahmaputra. So we can say that Beki merges with Manas and Manas is merging with Brahmaputra. So please remember that we can say that Beki is part of the Brahmaputra river system. That can be asked to you in the examination. So now coming back to the question, here we are sure that option C is our answer, that is of Assam. Okay, so Beki river and the floods were related to Assam recently. Okay, now moving further, question number 6. Which of the following statement is not correct about Santhal tribe? Okay, 4 statements are given, 4 options are given. The first one is that Santhal are the largest, 4th largest scheduled tribe community in India. They are talking about the 4th largest one. Okay, now second statement or the second option is that their greatest concentration is in the states of Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Odisha, in the eastern part of the country. Okay, so that statement is correct. Second, coming to the third one, by the end of the 18th century, they have concentrated in the Santhal Pargana of the Jharkhand, earlier in Bihar. Then coming to the last one, that is they are nature worshippers. Okay, now this is a factual part over here, so I will just tell you the answer that here option A is right answer, because they are asking you the statement which is not correct. When we are talking about Santhal, Santhal is the 3rd largest one. Okay, here first is your Bhil, second is Gond, and third is Santhal. Okay, when we are talking about these tribes etc., so in India there are various tribes, we have PVTGs etc., but when we are talking about these tribes over here, so maximum are Bhil, mostly they are found in areas of Rajasthan and Gujarat. When we are talking about Gonds, they are mostly found in areas of MP. Santhal, they are found in the areas of Jharkhand, Bihar, West Bengal, Odisha etc. Okay, So all the other three statements are correct over here. Now coming to the you can say this is the Santhal tribe, and here you can see these are the areas where Santhal tribes is concentrated. Mostly you will see they are concentrated in the area of Jharkhand. Here you can see Jharkhand, Odisha, West Bengal and Bihar are the area where Santhal tribe is located, and here we can say Bhils are mostly located in this particular area, Gonds are located in this MP. Okay, so this is not a watertight you can say classification when we are talking about the areas. There are certain nearby area where they can be found. Okay, now moving further, here you can see about the Santhal tribe. We have talked about that this is the third largest scheduled tribe in India. They have their own script as well, that is Old Chiki. Okay, and their language has found place in the 8th schedule. Okay, and here you can say Puta Kacha pattern sari is there, and dresses are popular over here when we are talking about this particular community. Okay, and they are located in the Jharkhand, Odisha, West Bengal, which we have already seen. So I hope that is clear. Now we can move to the question again. Here option A is your right answer. Now moving to the question number 7. NOA Beach is the traditional boat race of which state? Kerala, Assam, West Bengal and Odisha. Now when we are talking about the NOA Beach, recently you know that this particular Nehru Trophy boat race is there, which is there in Kerala. You know that the other name of this particular trophy is the Vallamkalli. Okay, so in the Vembanad Lake this particular boat race is performed, and because of which there are certain, I have taken this particular question because similarly there are other boat races as well. When we are talking about the Vallamkalli, that is a kind of a snake boat race. Okay, and similarly we have another boat race, that is NOA Beach. This is famous in the area of West Bengal. Option C is your right answer. Now let's see about this particular NOA Beach. This is how it is seen. When we are talking about the Vallamkalli, there are long boats and there will be snake in front of that particular boat of a wooden obviously. So that is about the NOA Beach, and NOA means boat, that is, you know that. Other than that, when we are talking about this particular you can say tradition which has started basically in the Bengal area earlier. Okay, but later on, or you can say the now Bangladesh area is there. So where this particular NOA Beach was started, earlier this whole part was known as Bengal, that is Eastern Bengal and the Western Bengal, and the Eastern Bengal has become the Bangladesh and we have the West Bengal. Okay, now from that particular, you can say that particular area, this tradition has moved to the West Bengal as well. Okay, when we are talking about this particular, you can say boat race, here you can see it is a traditional boat race of West Bengal. The race occur in the riverine Bengal when the river waters are swollen during the monsoons, because obviously during the time of monsoon we will have more water in these rivers, and at that point of time there is this particular boating activity which was done. They continue till September, sometimes October, even in the November, depending on the amount of water which is present over there. Okay, so that is about your NOA Beach. Option C is your right answer, that is West Bengal. Now last question, that is question number 8. Consider the following statements regarding Ral Hydroelectric project. Okay, statement 1 is it is run of river project on the river Chenab in Ladakh. Okay, second is it has been disapproved by the World Bank as it violates the Indus Water Treaty of 1960. We have talked about the Indus Water Treaty. Okay, so and I told you that it was brokered by World Bank, so obviously they did not disapprove it, they have approved it. Okay, so that is about the Indus Water Treaty. Now coming to the second part over here, that is basically Ral Hydroelectric project, run of the river. So obviously it is a run of the river because their water is not collected, the running water will be used for the electricity generation. Okay, on the Chenab river, that is also correct, but not in Ladakh. Okay, when we are talking about the Chenab river, that is there in Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, so statement 1 is incorrect. Now second statement, it has been disapproved, this particular project has been disapproved by the World Bank. No, it has not been disapproved because it is not violative of Indus Water Treaty. No, though Pakistan is saying that it is violative of Indus Water Treaty. Here you can see that is Ral Hydroelectric project, and this is on the Chenab river. Here you can see this is your Chenab river. Okay, and in this particular area over here we have this Ral Hydroelectric project, that is basically in Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, so that is there. Now first statement is also incorrect because that is not in Ladakh, but it is in, so option D would be your right answer over here. Okay, so I hope that is done. You understood all of them. Now last part, that is basically a practice question for you. Which of the following statement is or are correct regarding the Satriya dance? Okay, this Satriya dance is a particular type of dance which is performed in certain area. Okay, and this is related to bhakti movement, etc. Now coming to the statement 1, the Satriya is a classical dance of Assam. Second is it is based on the classical ragas and the talas of devotional songs compressed by the Tulsidas, Kabir and the Mirabai. Select the correct answer using the code given below. Options are given. You have to choose the correct statements and then reply me in the comment box. So you can attempt this question and answer me in the comment box. With that, I would like to take your leave. If you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe it. Have a nice day. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.